Hey guys, Sly here, and welcome to Amnesia. This is the free game of the month, so I decided to play through it, and it's really scary, so I'm watching, watch Mojo while I'm playing this game, so yeah. Focus on immersing yourself in the game's world and story. Do not worry when and how to save during gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. If you want to leave the game, just choose save and exit. You can then use continue to return to where you left off next time you start up the game. The world of Amnesia is a dangerous place and you are extremely vulnerable. Do not try to fight the enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits, hide, or even run if necessary. The interplay between light and dark is very important to the game. Make sure you wear headphones for the best effect. That's great. That would be good. That is all. I hope you enjoy immersing yourself in the world of Amnesia, frictional games. I'm a little terrified already, I'm not gonna lie. Shall do commentary. I need to turn this down or I'm gonna crap myself. Alright. Whew!
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
I do not follow. Oh, that's blood. I can slightly move. Follow the liquid trail and find its source.
Hi, my name is Thomas Grip, and I'm one of the co-founders of Frictional Games. I worked with engine code, gameplay code, design, and many other things for Amnesia. In my commentaries, I will mainly focus on the design behind the different parts of the game. I hope you'll enjoy them. The name of this level is Rainy Hall, and it's supposed to be a combination of atmosphere setter and tutorial for the player. We wanted the player to start the game in a slow way so they could settle in and get used to how the game works. Amnesia is not a game with constant action happening all the time, and we wanted to have a constrained map where the player gets used to this. The only thing you need to do is to follow the track and get to the end of the level. Also, following tracks is something that becomes very useful in later levels, so we try to teach players this from the start.
This is actually a really good mechanic, I like it. I wonder how you sprint. Okay, it's not the... You can't click the diagonal button. Oh, I do not like this at all. I'm a little terrified. What is going on? Oh my gosh, I'm a little terrified. Standing in darkness, you're saying it was... No tinder boxes left. That's a shirt. Old archive. I felt the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she would too be punished. Interesting.
This is one of the first levels that we created for the game, and it was initially part of the archives level, which we will reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow, and the room lying there now was built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all, and it was actually added later on. In the first story draft, Daniel still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found the waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit cliche, much more fitting.
Hi there, my name is Luis Rodero. I'm mostly the tool programmer, level scripter at times, and perhaps the main reason why the rest of the core team at Fictional Games is pretty much forced to speak English at our internal meeting, as I am the only non-Swede here. Now, what a Spaniard is doing with a bunch of Swedish guys is a whole different story we won't be discussing today. By the way, I will be talking mostly about tools and scripting. The editors themselves went through a lot of design changes during the development. Not that many in visual appeal as in internal stuff, like data structures and handling. This happened mostly because at the beginning we only knew the basic stuff that needed to be in there, and as they grew in features and functionality, they started to kind of fall apart, mostly due to my big lack of previous experience in projects like this. Right now, aloud, what the hell still sounds in my head when I look at some parts of the code, but I am still proud of them. They can also get a bit buggy at times, but hopefully this won't happen again in the future. And I already got some nice ideas for the next iteration of the tools.
Hello everyone, my name is Mikael, and I'm the writer for Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you.
Alright, so I'm trying to assassinate someone?
It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him.
Alright.
Your former self, Daniel.
Okie dokie. Quite interesting. I can't break it. Break!
I think we can all feel the story kick-starting as we finish the letter from Daniel. The game itself is just filled with confusion, and I think we're really doing the player a service keeping it simple in the beginning. Basically try to take your revenge on Alexander, that is the premise of the game. You don't really need to dive any deeper than that, but hoping that the player will care about the story, they have the entire game in front of them to decide if they think killing Alexander is justified or not.
Alright. Fire can't trace the rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights he saw, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople.
Hello, my name is Mark Nikander. I'm a 3D artist and level creator at Fictional Games. I started out as an helper during Penumbra Overture, and I was finally hired as a full-time artist in the later part of Penumbra Black Plague.
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
This is one of the many hub levels in the game. And this is a design concept that we started out with in Penumbra. The idea is to give the player some freedom on where to go, but at the same time give a clear objective. In this level, the slime obstacle is a thing that the player needs to get past, and all other levels then have things needed to do so.
Alright.
The slime itself is one of the few puzzles left from the initial designs, and the one I'm probably the least proud of. Now that slime appears all around, it feels a bit forced that you need to have a potion on the slime. Many testers also complained that they wanted other options in getting rid of the slime, like burning it. However, creating a potion is the central theme for this hub, so we had to let it be. I don't think it's that bad, but we probably could have redesigned it if we had time.
Alright, well, oh, I think I went the wrong way. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. Make sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. It's taking a while to load. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. This is the same exact place. Oh wait, no, I don't think so.
16th of May, 1839. The later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath tomorrow.
I won't read it. Oh look, it's Stefano. Get out of here. Wait, I need to check this. Oh, no, nothing's there.
When I started writing, I had only outlined the framework for the story and the first few levels in the game design document, so I ended up finalizing a lot of material for the first levels, and then when those were done, we planned out the last 2/3 or so. This had a funny effect since I had to not only cater to the story, but to stay true to the stuff I've written for the first levels. Usually you can go back and forth while writing and change things, but if you have already recorded voices, you really shouldn't because of the costs. So the first text really shaped the rest of the material in an interesting way, and made them matter in a way I hadn't thought about. I really like how this thickens the story elements, as I am able to jump back into the material and keep using and reinforcing certain concepts. Agrippa is of course the most extreme effect of this method, which grew from a small reference to becoming one of the most important characters in the game.
Alright.
May 1839. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark. I was trapped.
Sorry if I'm not bothered to read anything. Just trying to get settled into the game real quick. Wait a minute. Oh wait, no. As far as the great slapstone sealed off whatever lay ahead, I gave the order to raise it. And as I pushed it, there was space up and so the trap sealing me inside. Oh great. I'm not really good at puzzles. Fragile, but not breakable by hand. Ugh. I might know what to do. Wait. Ah, there's another tinderbox in there. Anyways. Yeah, maybe I have to throw something. Alright, there you go. There we go.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Picked up some oil. Good. Maybe taking the books out. I don't know what that was, but I do not like it. Alright. Doesn't look like anything is in here. I don't think I should have used all my tinder boxes either. What is that? Oh. Okay, I'm getting a little terrified.
This level was changed a lot, and I think it's one of the most tweaked levels that we got. Not only was it part of the big archives level that we had to split up, but it was also hard to get it engaging enough. The problem here is that we don't have any sort of fun mechanic that rely on to make the game engaging. Instead, we rely on story, atmosphere, and environment. This is true for many other levels and the game as a whole, but these were kind of one of the larger levels that we made, and also one that didn't have much puzzles and such. So when testing it, we quickly get bored with it, and we wanted to add more spooky events to spice it up. But then later on, testing proved that these events weren't that necessary, and we also felt that they were a bit lame and not fitting, so we decided to remove them.
I think that would play over.
Then the back part of the level, we wanted to make that a more linear experience, with the current player getting trapped and all, forcing the player to solve the destroy wall and find secret door puzzles. Previously, testers often missed that they can solve these problems. The level is now very different from the early designs.
Was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
What was that? I do not like the sound of that. Study. Gosh, this is scary. Go into the entrance hall. It was done. The men said the tomb had been revealed and awaits grinned the toothless form. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Try to find the wine cellar. My friend texted me. Laboratory. Wine cellar. We'll explore the laboratory first. You know, let's look for some supplies. Desert dunes were like waves in the sluggish sea, while the caravan moved, the land appeared motionless, but in camp, the hills moved. More oil.
Darkness closing in.
What do you mean by closing in?
There should be more coop rats.
Their attempt to produce artificial vitae. Are given a cover. Binds them all. Experiments on successful solutions highly acid. Depending on use, except as a detergent, organic tissue reacts specified on the solution should be handled with the greatest care. Might be able to use a recipe
I see here. And one part aqua fortis.
Tinderbox. I don't know why it keeps giving me for bright flashes. Something there. One day I'll return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I'm able to think of you alone for life together, not better than the others, a we for them. They lust for power without restraint. Where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return.
Tinderbox. Yes, please. Lack of a chimney for proper vent. The fumes from my most recent experience has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Interesting.
It's cold. It's so cold.
Sorry for being super quiet, guys. I'm just. Sessions were praying, gazing into the dark, domed ceiling. Oh, domed. Alright. I was struggling to say that. Anyways, I'm going to end the first part right here, and I'll be back with the second part. Ciao.